All right, once again, welcome to my vanity. My name is Focolin Nathaniel Afenima Focolin Dio Tilde Jr. And welcome to my dynasty. This is where we try to tickle the mind. All right, let's see what we're gonna do today. As I already previously stated, today we'll be focusing on two aspects of things. It's going to be called Sampletank versus independence. Now everything is going to be looking at it from a beginner's perspective, because there are people who are pros who really know what they are doing, and they really do. They have spent time in the DAW years. They have put years, hours, and time in, that they're very familiar with their DAW. They can do a lot of tricks and stuff. They know almost a lot of aspect of their DAW, and they know how to do their internal side chainings and all those things within the DAW. I mean, they have knowledge of the product. That's how they're able to progress and become whatever they are, intermediate or pro. They have extensive knowledge and time to put in. And secondly, they put in a lot of work. Okay, so that's the difference between those who stay beginners and those who actually end up being pro or intermediate. Just find their way in between. And eventually some of them make it over to pro, and sometimes some of them just die where they are at intermediate. But today we'll be looking at it from a beginner's perspective. So let's create a thing here. We're gonna pay. What we're gonna call it? Let's call it. No, not Smapple, but Sample V in D. Okay, we're gonna call it Sample V in D, and we're gonna save it. Let's save it where we are. Actually, we're gonna come out a little bit. No, let's go back. All right, we'll save it here. All right, and then we're probably gonna, I don't want to do too many. I don't want to do 16 because it's gonna create our own track. I would do 4 tracks, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, so we just created our session here, and I can take this video thing out because we're not going to be doing videos and have the whole screen for ourselves. All right, so like I was saying, this is going to be Sampletank versus Independence plugin. So what we're going to do right now is first focus on just Sampletank. We're going to go through Sampletank, and I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what's really cool and unique about it. And it's going to be from a perspective where it doesn't dive deep into like the nuance. I don't know where that word came from. I haven't even looked it up yet, but it sounds cool. The nuance of things. So if you want more in-depth, you can try to look for a pro perspective on there on YouTube. And also, if you want that, you can head over to YouTube. And you can go to IK Multimedia page, and they can give you a little bit of a background there. Let's see if this working. All right, they can give you a little bit of a, the extensive knowledge of what this software is supposed to be doing. So we're going to take a beginner's approach, and we are not going to be using, we're not going to be playing. 1, I don't have a keyboard hooked up, and 2, I don't really know how to play the keyboard. But I do used to do hand drums, so I'm pretty sure if I was to get one of those like drum pads things that I've been seeing around town, I think I do pretty good at doing drums. I used to enjoy playing go-go with my hands, Anyways, that's not for that right now, and that's more of a Moco DC kind of a thing. Speaking about that kind of a thing, when I was back in Montgomery County, Maryland, brought me a lot of a thing. A lot of artists, for some reason, that came from that area, even though they was from Montgomery County, tend to just represent DC more. I know because that's what people affiliate with more. But I guess I'm not going to call specific names, but yeah. So I guess maybe they did a lot of recording in DC, and when they blow up, and they just, hey, I'm from DC. But most of the artists that you guys don't know from Maryland or DC area, majority of them, if you really do a deep background check on them, they're from Montgomery County. And Montgomery County consists of a whole range of different different cities. So from Rockville to all the way down to Germantown, all the way up. Anyway, Silver Spring. That just get into what we came here to do. We came here to do a versus. So let's jump right in. We are going to add. The first thing we're going to do here is because we're going to be making electronic music, AI music. So you're not going to have anything natural. We're going to be taking our time and use for our chord making and our melody making. We're going to do everything with Unison MIDI Wizard. And then we're going to transport that into both either Sampletank or Independence to kind of get a vibe and to see why we like this very plugin. So before I do that, I'm going to just open Sampletank on the channel because it's going to show you one of the things I love about Sampletank too compared to others. The strength of Sampletank is this. So let's open Sampletank. Boom. So we have these options here. You have a simple audio and MIDI together on the same track. So that means they only open one track. You can play whatever in Sampletank. You can play it on that one track only, just like you would do a regular MIDI. And then it has this multi-timbre, which routes the audio returns to a new track. So it's just two tracks, but it routes all those. If you had like 5 layers, it route all those 5 layers into that other one track instead of the other one, from my understanding. And then I always go with the multi-channel because I would like to mix each individual layers that I have individually so they have their own. For me personally, now that I'm actually getting into music and I really want to dive deep into it, my creativity is from a standpoint where I want to see. I came into music because I love sound. First of all, that's one of the things you have to understand. And I'm going to add a lot of sounds that are not going to really make sense. It's not going to vibe with people because they want to make music that make their head nod. But I want to add sounds to learn mixing. Okay? I didn't come to be a producer. I didn't come to be a rapper. I didn't come to, well, sometimes I eat candies though, but not anymore. I'm kind of staying away from a little candy, but I can rap a little bit. I got a little sweet tooth sometimes, just don't want all my teeth to fall out because I be spitting toothless. Anyways, oh man, I just put a whole lot of bars in there just now. Anyways, let's forget about that. Anyways, like I was saying, so I don't want to be a top producer. I don't want to be the best rapper. However, when it comes to mixing, I want to get the basics down and I want to move to a level that don't exist. I'm going to make it exist somehow. So we have to do the beginning. We have to learn the basic, learn to become pro, and then be like, what's next? Because I don't want anyone to like slow my creativity down. Like, oh, this is the limit of how loud you can get, and this is the limit of what you can do. No, I feel like there's no limit. Because when there was a limit was broken, and so forth and so on and so on and so on. So specifically, you see me putting a whole lot of sound. It may not sound good in your ear. The aspect here is just learning the DAW and also learning later on in the future how I mix my stuff. I try not to learn from other mixing places because everything I know is going to be public knowledge for free. And when I want to take somebody's hard work, what they're charging somebody to do, and I go take my time and learn it, and then I go share it, and then So I rather just learn on my own so that I am not digging into anyone's pocket or anything like that. Because like I always say, I want everybody to make their money. So let's go ahead. We're doing multi-channel. I'm going to open that up. All right, since that's opened up, the first thing we're gonna do right now is, before I start explaining to you what really happened here, I'm going to add real stream so that if I play any sound, it get to go out to. So today, I'm not gonna forget to do this. This time I'm gonna send to local broadcast, and boom. Okay. So what just happened when I click that? See, this is the original track right here. 1 to 1, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. And the thing I love about Sampletank, it gives me sufficient amount of channels. See, I got up to 31 to 32. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 16 pretty much. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's pretty much 16 channel. Let's close this up a little bit and kind of get a better view. Okay, so 2 to 17, yes, that's 16. So, yeah. So now with Fruity Loop VST, it gives you 16 as well. But the difference between Fruity Loop VST and Sampletank is that Sampletank is actually simple, but Fruity Loop is actually a DAW, and I would like to, export all my entire project, and I want more outs than just 16. If you have like 24, at least you can put your kick and your claps. If you have like 4, like you have one snare, one clap, one rim, and one snap all together, you want to put those on a separate channel, a separate output, so you can be able to touch them up, or each of them differently. And I feel like 16 is small, but however, using Sampletank, it gives me this one. So I can use 16 layers, and that will be good because it's just for playing audio devices. It's not an actual studio. Okay, so that's one of the things I love about it, because it gives me all these options. So let's find a chord that will resonate with us. I thinking, where should we get a chord from? I want to pick a chord from somewhere funky. Let's do ethnic. Let's see what comes out of ethnic. Now keep in mind that I don't really have all the unison sounds that comes with this. I just really wanted the chord progression because I do have a lot of sound. I'm not saying that they don't have a lot of sound, but like I just don't want to end up with a lot of sounds that I don't use. So I try to use what I currently have. So let's do, because I'm doing chorus, let's just do a piano keys, and then we can kind of figure out what fits with Sampletank. Let's go ahead and generate. So we have this chord. I'm going to play, and I'm going to make sure that it's coming out to thing. Okay. I think I like that. I think I do. So I'm just going to create a it bar, and I am going to drag and drop it right there. And I'm going to do the multi-track arrangement. Okay, so I can stop this, turn this off, and actually I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this just so I can use the same chord for independence. So I'm going to save it as verses. Okay. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and close and kind of bypass Unison MIDI wizard for now. Okay, so now let's zoom in into this project, and we're gonna go ahead and create a loop or a range. Okay, and we got our loop on, and I think I'm gonna move this up to 140. Okay, and actually I went out too far. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, and actually let's put on the grid. Okay, so we're off a little bit. There we go. All right, so now let's open Sampletank. Okay. Now this is one of the things I love about Sampletank, and I'll tell you what I don't like about Sampletank. So let's start playing. Let's actually add one instrument first. We started with a key. Now one of the things I did check in here, there's a whole bunch of pianos and stuff here, but one thing I couldn't find was a Rhodes. Now I don't know if they just don't have access to that or what the situation is here, but it would have been nice for them to have some roles in there. And you know, in some of those R&B songs, you have that little melodies. I can't really do it because it's kind of high note pitch kind of a thing, but I can't even find none of those. But I still love all the sounds that's in here. I'm gonna add it. Sony tells me as long as there's something with strings attached to it, I'm gonna like it. I haven't even tried this one yet. So let's go ahead and see what's going on now. Do do do. Da na na. Da da na na na. Da na na. Okay, we're gonna add another layer. So since we're doing piano, let's try this one. All right. Let's kind of bring this down a little bit just in case. Hopefully it didn't hurt your ears on the first. Do do do. Do do do. Alright. I should put a. Let's see, what kind of piano can I put in here? Which are epic choir. We'll keep that. Let me lower this down a little bit more because some of these things are kind of loud. Let me see. Yeah, we'll keep it right there for now. And then we're gonna switch to something else now. Actually, I'll put this as a like. Let's do. I want to do something strange. I have that. Let's try some arpeggio. Let's try something and see how it. Nope. That was it. Yeah, we definitely. Nope, we definitely don't want that. We'll keep that. Yeah, we'll keep that. It seems a little bit kind of off slightly sometimes, but we'll still keep it. It will not be something that will be going all the way throughout. It will be going in and out. So that arpeggio, the warm up that I just added just now, it's not thoroughly fitting, but it's kind of giving that niceness to me in a little bit. So I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving. Let's do some organ. All right, so let's just say we have a basic chord now that we can kind of flow with, okay? So technically, if I was to go ahead and make this into a beat, I'm just going to the various aspect of what I like about it. I'll probably use these as my major, like throughout the entire arrangement. You'll hear this all throughout. And then in between certain bars, whatever is bar 4 by 4, whatever is every other 4 bars, then you start hearing this. To give you a little change of flavor. And then I can switch to this one. Okay. So let's just say I am done with my chorus. I have my chorus ready to go. I just need to add beats on top of it, okay? And then add one layer of melody. So the thing I like about Sampletank is this. So let's go to a little bit of an overview. We have that. Okay, that's still working, good, okay. Just wanted to make sure. So we have that, and I can take this off mute now because we're going to go ahead and start sending things over. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole basic overview because this is just for beginners, just understanding what I like about it so that, you can understand why I use what I use it for. Okay, so we're not going to we're not trying to edit the instruments and stuff like that. For me, this is nice and everything that you can go ahead and push and do a lot of things with it. You can edit the level, pan, do all kind of various kind of things. You understand? And eventually I just might. But as of right now, it's on 7. So maybe I may want to do 5. I can go ahead and do a lot of different, I can increase the attack. I can slow it down actually, because this will be considered fast if I'm wrong, because it's one of the things, compressor comes so many different these days. Sometimes, I think most time on the left should be fast, and then all the way to the right should be slow. So like 60 is really slow. So that means, and I told you how to study and really get deep into compressing, because this is the area where I feel really make and break a song. Because EQ, a lot of people know how to EQ, and as long as you know you're not putting too much reverb on something and your delay is on point, compressor is really going to take the game all the way. But I will say that this will be fastest tack that is coming in right away. Sometimes if I want things to really flow through, like for things like this, maybe I might want the compressor to be attacked. But something like this, maybe I might want it just a little bit fast, not too fast. And so I kind of work in this area kind of a little bit. And for as far as all this space goes, we can kind of use all these things later. But because I'm a beginner, I don't focus on this stuff right now. I don't really focus on really tweaking the sound, getting more out of it, turning it this way, turning it that way, and so forth. I just focus only on just getting the sound in and getting it out into my DAW, because I still do my own editing through other various means as far as other plugins and stuff like that. It will be great to get a very decent sound, but I feel like the sound that comes with Sampletank is nice enough all on its own that I can just do a little bit of tweaking. So then we come here. There's a various types of effects tracks. This is an EQ. It's a chorus. Me sees the thing on top of it as well. So this is pretty much the same layout, kind of with the other one you're looking at here. So just different way of kind of editing and doing different things. So you can come in. Maybe you want to do a little something with the mid-range and something like that. Maybe you want to lower the mid-range down, but I don't think you want to do that with chords. I'm thinking maybe you might want to be doing more boosting the mid-range and lowering down the low frequency. But anything floats our boats. Is creativity doesn't have any definition as long as it sound good. So yeah, all these I don't really touch them. I don't bother them. I don't waste my time. Now it's not a waste of time, but I don't take my time with them. Now this groove player, I really don't come here often. Okay, so that just a little bit of the bottom over here. Like you'll get a little tutorial on the other side, but I'm not here to really do tutorial. MIDI assignment, like I said, I'm not gonna get into that. Just getting familiar what you could do with these different kind of things. So as far as the host automation kind of goes, I don't find myself doing that. I'm a beginner. Once I understand what I'm doing, I can come back and get deep into this kind of stuff. Now, I don't want to reset anything, and this is the setting to kind of get stuff that you yourself have. I read through one of the Sampletank blog, and it says that actually let's go to it right now. So it says it's more about importing your own sound. It said the default method for importing samples into Sampletank 4 is to use the file name to determine the root note for each sample. Now, I'm not really musically inclined to really know like the C note, B note, A note. So then they give you a good example of what they're talking about. And you put G, which is G note number 2, and then you put the name of the stuff, and it has to be in a wave or a wave format and so forth. But then you don't want to skip what it says up here first, okay? Because we started with the name input. Key I did that was to make you understand that you don't skip and jump stuff. So it said you can input your own audio sample into the selected Sampletank 4 track by dragging and dropping sample into any part slot in the play or mix pages. So for example, this would be considered the play. From my understanding, this is the play area. You can grab a sample. Let's see if we can do a quick. We can do a quick Okay, so this is a wave audio. So let's see if it will take it. Okay. So this path, example melodies and so forth. Now, like I said, it came with it already, 120, blah, blah, blah. And you got all the information that I don't even know about. So I'll import that. Let's see. So it said, please enter a valid name. I don't really know what instrument name it is, so I'll say tankless. So let's import that and see. So can I locate tank at path E? I came automatic, but Okay, so it wouldn't take that. So I've been having problem trying to load in my own samples. I thought maybe by reading that blog, I could show you something cool. I'm like, ooh, I figured something out, but it'll still be a working process. I'll continue to seek guidance on that. So let's get back to the main reason why we're here. So as you've seen already, all those aspects of things, what I like so far. So let's get to the juice as to what I like more. So over here, I don't really mess with this guy at all. I really don't even waste my time there. However, over here, I come a little bit, but I don't mess with these because these are the things that we're talking about, those EQ comb and the chorus and the phaser and all the other stuff. However, I just come down here. Now, because the chord is on 1 and 2, I want that slot to just be dedicated just for that. I don't want the sound to be going out of 1 and 2. So I'll usually start from 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, lay down straight, 9, 10. I think you have the big fat hint. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So now that we have everything routed out, they should come out on the individual channel, which should give me control over my mixer. So let's go ahead and press play again. Da-na-na. So now that we have used, and then I don't need these guys. So from here to here, I'm going to delete them. But the problem here is that when I delete them out of here, they still show up in my routing. So for example, if we look here, I want to view my manager. Control Shift B, I keep forgetting about that. So if you look here under my manager, if we go to routing, so I have 1, 2, 3, all the way to 32, right? But if I go ahead and delete from 19, okay, it's already on there. So if I right click and delete, because I don't need it, oh, did it automatically? Because it wasn't doing that before. Let's see. It's, wow. Okay, so it does take it out. So now I just have these label. Now let me see if I change the name, it should go with. So we're not gonna do a whole lot. We're just gonna focus on, so from 3 and 4, let's open Sampletank. We know it's a piano, but it's a piano strings, right? So it's a electric grand and strings. So I will go, no, actually it's the wrong one. So for example, just in case if I wanted to, oh, I didn't put the C. Okay, so if I wanted to go ahead and know where I'm starting from, if I go to my mixer, I know that it's electric grand, and if that's a specific one I want to mute, if that's a specific one that I wanted to mute, I will know how to kind of go ahead. So let's see in the routing if the name changed, because that's important to know if the name changed. Boom. Isn't that nice? Okay, great. So I like that. I like how that's moving so far. I got my chorus, and I'm not gonna put kicks and beats in here right now because I'm not really making a beat. Going to other special things that I really like about this software. So now that I have it all in individual channel, I can really focus more. Okay, so that is awesome. I got my individual channels. So I love that about this. That's one of the things I love. What I don't really like about this software, though, I mean, this VST is this. I mean, all this is great. It got all these big features and everything. I mean, you can go to a list of them, and I have a whole bunch of. I mean, some of the stuff that I even have that I need to have does not even work. They didn't all download correctly. It takes a while to download some of these things. They didn't download correctly. But this is where I start not to like it very much. Is, for example, all of these are coming out of this channel, right? But if I took these individual notes, if I was to make a copy of this and I put this here and I just solo this, actually just mute this. See, I'm getting nothing. Because despite everything, all the sound is still here. And I'm not going to get anything here playing through. So let's take this down here. Without this main layer where this thing originally was and where I opened the track on, it would not. You're not really going to get the individual sound, like the individual. Because what I would like to do is I would like to individually, let's say if I want to see the next one over, I don't want it there, and so let's Control D. Let's just say I want it here, but I don't want it here. I want it here, but I don't want it here, right? So for just this specific instrument, and that's the only thing I don't like about it, because you're limited in that aspect, because you can't put on the individual output as where it's coming, that sound is coming out of. You need to have this active. So let's go here and see. Let's move this over to and let's move this over. Let's say we want this one over. Actually, let's Control Z. That's the problem. That's my problem. If I do not put it in this arranger right here, I do not get the I only get the sound if this is involved. This, like if it's on this one track only. And that's one of the things I don't like. If I was to put it on a separate where it's coming out and let that instrument play, and as you know, where if I have it here, the instrument, I don't have to have it on this one track all the way through. Individual elements can come in and out at the time I wanted to. That would be great. That's the only downfall so far that I don't really like about Sampletank, because it doesn't give you that specific thing that I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and delete this. Delete and go back. Oh, come on. All right. We can send you back. Okay. Boom. And what I'm also going to do before I delete the Sampletank, I did like that specific combinations. So I am going to save that for future, because I have a feeling I might want to make a beat on that. I was feeling that a little bit. I could do something with that. So I'm going to save as, what I'm going to call that one, versus, so that I know exactly where it came, the inspiration came from. and save. So this is the brief overview of what I like about Sampletank. I like the fact that you can add in layers very simple, easily, and quickly. It's very smooth that you can do that. You don't have to do a lot of work. You just click in here, look for your sample, and boom. You can even go here and start searching what you want. If you don't have this one thing clicked in, you can just go to trumpets, and it bring, oh, not trumpets, and it will bring all your trumpet samples here. And something tells me that I should even add a trombone in here. So let's delete this. Something tells me, let's see, where am I? Am I on the right? I'm just curious to see what it would sounds like. Let's do trombone multi. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's it for my little quick overview of Sampletank, what I really like about it, and what I don't like about it. So this is the basic beginning section. Now going further in the future, the more detail I get with these things, the more detailed review I will give of what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So let's jump into, I'm going to go ahead and delete this entire Sampletank thing. I'm going to delete everything. All right. So we don't have that anymore. And if we look at our routing, everything is gone. Okay. So now we can go back to, see, maybe can stay out. Actually, I should save the, anyways, let's go ahead. Open you up. Actually, after we do. So now we're going to try independence. See what we like about it. Now, keep in mind, I've never used independent yet. I only use it as a drum plugin. I mean, not the drum plugin, but like plugin where I can add in my drum samples, because I couldn't get it to load in Sampletank, but I was able to get it to load here. But the problem I had, and the same thing applies, okay? The problem that I had here is it works just as the Sampletank, so I do the multi. The problem I had here when I add an 808, it shortened the 808, and I couldn't quite find, I think maybe I should have, I looked here, I didn't quite find an EQ menu where I can kind of extend the release so that the 808 get more aftermath on it, but that's fine. We'll do just fine. So this is pretty much how you open this guy. And the reason we have 1 all the way down to 8. So it gives us 8, and the other one gives us 16. But you'll see why I like this one more than I like the other one. Well, as far as in a different aspect, I love the sound in Sampletank. So this is how we add layer. A layer is here already, and I want to, let's see what kind, let's go to, see, now you have to notice that there's different setup for, the reason why I love Sampletank is how I find stuff. I can search for stuff, I can just get it quickly and on the go. But let's go for a acoustic piano. They have Rhodes. Let's do FM Smooth Rhodes. Okay, let's load this down a little bit. Let's try the same chord and try to find something that will match and sit with. Okay, so. Okay. Take that same chord, drop it in on, and pin on here. We'll do multi, and we can exit this out and go ahead and disable that for now. So let's see what this sounds like. We did load it down, okay. Is there something about the bottom key? Something not sitting right. I'll keep it like that for now. This is just it's not to get it perfect. Okay, so now that we have this going on, this can give you up to 8 different layers. Okay, so if we were to say maybe we don't want this specific roads, we want to add. I'll actually go to Independence Pro, and where were we? We were at piano keys, and then we were. Let's just do regular rows. Still kind of sounds the same, but I add a layer and double that up and see what we get. So we want to go keys again, and let's do this one. And we want to go on 1 so that we can hear it together. Yeah. Let's just put it back where it originally was. Oh no, that's the wrong one. And then I add another layer. Now I'm not going to add a little too much. Oh, there's a layer already here, so let's put that one back on 1. Let's see what we want to add. Ooh. Da-na-na-na-na. Ooh, okay. All right. I'm already inspired in Mega B right now. But let's continue going. Let's see what we can continue adding. Let's do sax. We're just doing random stuff. Okay, so let's say we stop here. Okay, this is what I like about independence more than I like about Sampletank right now. Is if I was to take this, make a copy, and put this on this layer, and then go ahead and go back to independence. Go to independence and put this on 2. I should be able to get the sound coming out. Oh, that's because I need to go over to modules, mixer. And I need to put this over on 2. So now we'll go to stereo out 2. Okay, I think I have 4. I think I have 4 of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I think I have 4, but I did 5 anyways. So for example, I have 1, 2. We can put this on 3. We can put this on 4. Okay, we're just gonna put this on 5 just in case if I add anything else. Okay, so 2, we're gonna do 3, we're gonna do 4. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to, let's put this mixers up. This one, okay, let's go back again and actually pull this all the way out to here. Pull the mixer out, and let's start playing. Boom, 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 boom. And then the cool thing about this, I can go in here and I can do something crazy. I can, let's go to the pencil tool. I can go like this and I can reduce all these notes like this. And then I can go ahead and, or maybe instead of doing that, I can just go ahead and copy all these notes. And then I can make a duplicate out of it and put it right here. Let's see what that sounds like. So let's go back and let's play from here. Actually, play from here. And then let's put this, I put a copy of this over here. Oh, and then I can probably do like, I could probably do like, We can take this one, drag it over. And if I knew chord progression right now, I would want to take this up like upper, like, actually not in that area. Bring this one down, make a copy of this one. And then I want this one to go up. Let's see what that sounds like. I just feel my creativity coming together. It's gonna be crazy in the next few months once I kind of get to know my DAW. So this is what I like. So bring the two together. Overview is one, Sampletank has a huge library. I love that. It have great sounds. I love that. It got a lot of outs. I love that. It has easy navigation. Maybe I should just open it up so we can stand in side by side and talk about okay, so okay, what's going on here with this guy? Trying to misbehave here. You don't misbehave around here. Don't you know that, Sean? Hey, Sean. What up, Sean? You talking about Sean? And you don't know you talking to him? You better be able to say, Sean. Why is y'all, young? What you mean? What you talking about, Sean? You better watch yourself, cuz. Alright. Oh, no, I should not open the whole Y, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's already done deal. It is a done deal. So, putting this, I think the last time I couldn't get this, and I figured it's from here. Well, it's still not. Well, it doesn't want to close at all. It just doesn't want to resize. Okay. That kind of sucks. Okay, well, it doesn't want to resize. So wrapping this up, okay, wrapping this up. What I like about Sampletank, easy to navigate. You can go and get your stuff. You can search for it. You can do what you need to do. You can be able to go to your mixer. You can be able to, do your thing-a-ling, your effects and stuff like that. Let's go to verses so that way we can have something to look at. So we have our verses here. We have okay, we have our good stuff here. You can be able to do a lot of stuff in here, and it has a huge library. I think I have over 100 plus, maybe even 500 gig of sound. Let's check that out to see specifically how much sound I really do have. Go to E and go to okay, samples, properties. Never mind, I lied. I'm a liar. Do not strike me down. 756 gig. But for some reason, not all of them come through, and which doesn't really help. But I have a whole library of sounds. I mean, I cannot run out of sounds. I can always be creative by layering stuff. I can do a lot of stuff. So I already told you what I like about it. I'm gonna do a little bit a part two of this as I get more detail in flexing on it, learning on it, which will not be now, will be in the next few months and so forth. But however, overall, if I also compare the two, I would love the library, the amount of contents in the library that I have in Sampletank over Independence. I'm pretty sure if I want to, I can buy more sounds for Independence. But I also love some of the strings in Independence sound so natural. So if you heard that strings that we were playing earlier just now, it was just like, yeah, it hit me straight, boom. Yeah, so, and I love that. But the reason why I would take Independence over Sampletank right now, even though I'm always going to be using Sampletank for my sound, is two things. Two things win it all for me for Independence. One, this is the only place I was able to easily load, like for example, it's better to show than to talk. Let's go back. Let's go to frequently used, and we're gonna go to, actually I think it was out here that I had now use. So these are different samples that I have. So we're just gonna click on the 808, and we're gonna click on the kick, and we're gonna click on a clap. We're just gonna put those and drag those three in right here, and boom, it asks you chromatic. From what I learned, just keep it on chromatic, and I just keep it at C1. I haven't done any changes or anything like that, and easily I'm able to get my, what I did not do was, I did not add them. Okay, so we're going to delete this layer. So I'm just going to delete it altogether. Where's the delete? I don't want to just clear it. I want to remove. Okay, there's remove. Yeah. So we just have those, and let's go back to it again. And I think I would do it individually. Let's see if I can do it individually, like in order. So chromatic. Create one session for each note. No, it's going to do the same thing. So we're just going to go ahead and remove and do it individually. But as you can see, it loaded in the sample quite easily, effortlessly. So we're going to do the kick. Oh, quick mapping. I think that's what I should have used. Let's try that again. And now use, and let's see if we'll get that option for quick mapping. Quick mapping. And nope, it didn't do it. So we're just going to do it individually so that it can actually do each layer for us. All right. Sorry for wasting your time. We kick, quick mapping, and 808, and I'm going to do this. Okay, if I click on this one, okay. Now you see, so that means that in order to get it thing to drag out, and if I went to the quick edit, I don't really have a, and this is things that I have to figure out because, like I said, I really have not used this yet. I only tried it to see if I have access to it, and I did. I never knew, so yeah. We're gonna try to figure and get a little bit more into it. Like right now, I could definitely just so where's the kick going now to? Let's see. We can do a If we just figure out where the kick is going out to, kick layer is going out to 5. So, oh, we already have something on here. So let's go in here and then we can go to the clap. So we have something in here. Now, actually, I don't need to. Okay. Oh, which one is that? Oh, that's the LA. Oh yeah, that's right. Then we're gonna put this one down here. Let's go back. Or I could have just, or I could have just done this and just, you kind of get the gist. So yes, this is my little comparison between the two. I think for my kicks and stuff, I would be doing like all my percussion layers. I'll be doing with independence, because it gives me the option I can do each layer on individual levels that I cannot do with like I can bring the objects into Sampletank like that. I can only have it out. So thank you. If there's anything else that I missed, Nate, you can always mention that and let me know. But we'll do more videos in the future. Thank you for tuning in and have a blessed day.